Mental health is your mental wealth. You gotta look after yourself.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the segment where your mental health is your mental wealth. I'm DESILYNN SMITH, your host, and today we'll have on my girl Etiquette Toni, where she'll take us through her journey of her mental health and how she turned it to her mental wealth.
Hey. So I am a Milwaukee, Wisconsin native, born in the early 80s. Um, Originally from the north side, moved out of this state about 16 years ago. But a little bit about me, my personality, I'm very, very chill down to earth, but I am a reality realist person due to my past and what I grew up and how I grew up. I am a survivor from the crack epidemic that happened here in the early 90s in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I could say that I am a survivor from it because I didn't let it hold me back or defeat me or break me or make me choose the things that was in my environment. That's why I can say I'm a survivor. But overall, I'm about love, sharing is caring, and educating us as people. So far as I can remember, just going back, I probably was around 9 years old where I can remember where like I started noticing things a little bit different. So just to give you a little thought, like a quick recap on me and where I come from, I am a bicultural person. My father is Sicilian and my mother is Black. So they already went through type of difficulties to even be together. So anyway, my mother described and displayed as a beautiful, soft, feminine Black woman from the South. Very, very intelligent, very sweet, very vulnerable, submissive, giving. I could say Southern hospitality, you would think of her. Just super nice, taught us how to take care of the elderly neighbors, keep the block clean, just one of those very, very sweet people. My father, on the other hand, was something totally different, like night and day. Just to give a brief description, very intelligent, very impatient, had a lot of evil ways, I should say. I'll leave it at that. But overall, like I could say, I can't take away the fact that he was intelligent. I mean, like can build anything, take anything apart, put it together, whatever. My mother was an artist, can draw anything, like beautiful. Her twin sister passed away. That's when she fell into a deep depression and was offered crack cocaine. And I say that they fell victim because they were working people, they were respectable people, they were decent people. And had they known, especially my mother, had she known the side effects, she wouldn't have ever tried crack cocaine because she loved her children. You know what I mean? So to see her go from this, when I say beautiful, beautiful, brown, thick, voluptuous woman, hair, everything. I can remember walking with her, guys whistling, all kind of beautiful. To see her deteriorate as a child, coming home like, who is this person? When I say the weight loss is like that, it's insane. But at the age of 9, you think you know what's going on, but you don't know what's going on. But you like, okay, her sister died, maybe she's stressed, don't know. But when the reality came in that she was on crack cocaine, the addiction is real. And the poverty due to crack cocaine is a whole different type of poverty in America. Like you may see poverty in other countries and things like that. Poverty in America is real different, especially in Wisconsin when the heat can get cut off, when your water can get cut off, when you got to run electric cords from your neighbor house because you ain't got electricity, when you got to borrow a chicken until your mama get the food stamps. Like poverty is real different, you know? And I feel it shaped me in a lot of ways. But the experience of it is bizarre because it shouldn't happen. And it didn't have to happen the way it did. I don't point the finger at anyone. You know, some people blame the drug dealer. And I feel like this at the end of the day, I can't point no finger because everybody was a victim to it. I seen drug dealers, as far as my experience, I seen them do real good, but then you don't see them no more. Either they dead or they locked up. You know, they getting pimped just as well. They make all the money and it gets seized. Exactly. That too. That too. It's real. We had days where we ain't had food, like real life. Crack is for real. Like the addiction out of control. Pawn shops getting everything that's of value. Like what I'm saying is I don't think we speak or have spoken into details of the things that people witness and experience due to crack cocaine. I've seen people I've seen things that I shouldn't have seen as a child due to crack cocaine. You see the neighbor right next door doing crack right in front of you, and you a shorty. You see, it's times where when I say I'm not gonna compare to another country because I don't know what they go through, but I do know that and hear what I experienced. I'm not gonna say it was worse, but I'm gonna say it's comparable. Where we don't compare things because we're in America, but people who ain't lived them days of eating cold just peeled potatoes because you ain't got no water to boil it in or no gas. Like not having no clean clothes and socks and going to school and getting bullied because you a bum. Like in them other countries, I'm pretty sure they all bums, so ain't nobody bullying nobody. Like it's different levels to what we go through far as traumas here. And nobody focuses on it and pay attention to it. Only certain people, I'm gonna say, pay attention to it, and it's the ones that kind of went through it. But the poverty in America due to any type of drug or any type of addiction is hard, is harsh, is cold, is lonely. Very. So just to bring attention to that is good, in my opinion. That was by way of being honest with you. Milwaukee, I love it here, but Milwaukee it has taken a lot of things from me. Family, friends, and my home. At the age of 19, I purchased my own home. And when I went to the hospital with my second child, I came home and my house was burned down due to vandalism. So I decided that my life was in danger and so was my children. If somebody could do that while I'm gone to have a child, it was time for me to go. So I moved state just right next door because I don't have nobody or didn't have anyone. I wanted to be close enough to what I did have. So I was kind of forced out of here in a weird kind of way, but I feel like it was meant to be how it is. So what inspired me to create it was my experience of life, my experience of seeing treatment to people that I'm my community of people, to see the lack of help, to see the lack of effort for help for those who are suffering silently, for those who are reaching out a hand but not getting a hand. That's what drawn me to create this program and create this non-for-profit. Um, the name of the non-for-profit is Let's Treat Trauma, and TREAT is an acronym for teach, recognize, empathize, assess, and tend to it. Because once you teach it, you can then assess it, and then you can, after you assess it, now you can understand what you're seeing. So when you teach it, you recognize it, and then once you recognize it, you can emphasize because now I understand and now I can feel sorry for it. And then you can assess it. Once you can assess it, you understand, okay, this is what I need to do. I've seen what this person is going through. I understand it because I was trained. I get why this little boy comes into class and put his head down. I'm not going to treat him as if he's a bad kid. I'm going to treat him as if he has traumas at home. He may be being beat. He may not be eating food. He may be being molested. We're teaching you there's different types of trauma. Don't just identify a kid as bad or this, that, and the third. So it's basically breaking down traumas, our traumas though, as a culture, like our traumas as far as fatherless homes, our trauma as far as drugs addiction, our traumas is basically the organization is to teach people who deal with the community, who deal with it. So that's what it's about. And it's about more than that. It's also extending levels of education to the community who have the trauma, the education to teach them that they have the trauma themselves, and to teach the people who are actually projecting the traumas onto people, so it's about basically reforming the mindset to understand there's nothing wrong with me. It's something that happened to me, and that's why I'm acting this way. I also believe that the program will educate on a level that we don't see. And the education as far as giving assessment tests to children to see what they like and what they're interested in and what they understand and what they should focus on. Like, I'll give you a survey to see if you are a doctor, to see if you are a nurse, to see who you are, because your traumas might not let you even get to who you really can be. So it's about that. And not only that, educating on what a misdemeanor is, what is a felony, what is your name, because that's all you got in real life. So the organization is to bring reality to the mindset, to reshape the mindset. And not on just a one cultural level, but focusing on this culture because we need to get it together here. Then we can reach out to wherever we need to. So human morality etiquette is just being kind to someone because you don't know what they've been through or what they're going through. Um, it's basically, for example, say you go to a DMV and the clerk, mean as ever, you just been diagnosed with something. How hard is it for the clerk to say, how are you? How can I help you? And move you on just by being kind. But you have clerks who have attitudes, who are basically trigger the trauma of the person that you're offending someone. So basically it's to inform you how to handle people in the proper way so we can move on. Because it's a lot of training of do not trust, mistreat, and just be disrespectful and be disobedient as far as when it comes to human morality etiquette. So it's just easier to be kinder as a human being. If I seen an elderly person who couldn't cross the street, it's okay for me to park my car and walk them across the street without recording it. That's human morality etiquette, and I just feel like we lack it. People don't hold the door for one another. People don't respect their businesses. People don't respect being in the health care. If you are a nurse, I need you to understand your position is to be kind, of care, and of nursery. You in here mean, I'm scared you're going to put something in my IV. I shouldn't be afraid if I'm in this hospital. So the training basically is to help the mindset understand that everyone has a role and a place on this planet. And we all have to maintain our own role. And we all have to maintain that we have a value ourselves, each individual, and we need to respect that. So for me to say, I don't like what you do, and I'm going to talk about you and dismiss what you do, that's not right for me because that's your value. You're great at what you do. You're a great interviewer, right? And I'm great at doing what I do, teaching, treating trauma. My value is in that. So it's about understanding everybody holds a place of value, and we need to be okay with you being who you are, because we need different. Because if everybody was a plumber, where would we be today? So for me to come with this approach is just basically, listen, we have to get somewhere from nowhere. We really starting from a low scrape, but it's basically to teach we do have love. We are gifted. We are very intelligent. The schools are really looking into this now because We need to slow down the mass shootings. We need to slow down the bullying, but not just with children, bullying in the workplace, bullying with teachers. We need to bring it to attention. You might not get that you're a bully, but after you get this program, you're going to understand I have some of those traits, possibly. Because sometimes they need to be called out. People get so used to things now. That's my approach. Just bringing awareness and bringing attention to what needs to be attended to. The impact I would like it to have overall in reality is 100% unity, 100% non-gatekeeping, because we cannot evolve without knowledge, without sharing education, without sharing our stories and why we do the things we do. Let's Treat Trauma is about opening our minds and opening up our hearts and bringing awareness to not just schools, but corporations. They need it as well. You go to these restaurants, we not getting treated properly. They need the training. Seriously. I may be on lunch break. I need this smooth, and I need you to handle me with a smile. You don't know what I went through. So it's about violence prevention as well. If I understand how to be cool and calm to someone who's irate, I might be okay. You know, like even with police brutality, if we understand, hey, I'm going to stay out your way, that means I'm going to learn your law, obtain what I need to do and how to follow the rules and regulations. That means I'm not getting beat by you, I'm not getting shot by you, or am I getting locked up and you stealing something that's more valuable than anything on this planet, my time. So at the end of the day, it's about understanding what lane you need to be in, how you need to be there, how you need to be as an individual amongst others. It's a silent code, and it's called etiquette. We have to know how to, if I step on your shoe, I have to say, excuse me. It's a silent code, and I just want to share it. Catch me at Instagram, etiquette_Toni, etiquette_Toni, Toni. And when I'm not talking about this, I go by Toni with an I. That's it. So
Mental health is your mental wealth. You gotta look after yourself. Mental health is your mental wealth. You gotta look after yourself. Mental health is your mental wealth. You gotta look after yourself.